Hey, so we're going to go over the photo taking and general site survey portion of the site survey. This video I'm going to play is actually provided by the client themselves, just showcasing their AI technology. Like I said, we are gathering information to assist in the future installation of IP cameras that will monitor the store's customers and the actual marketplace to produce a grab and go style checkout system, all running through just cameras. So when we get into the store, we will need to gather information about the actual store floor. Just general picture taking here. As soon as you come into the store, and you may need to take multiple pictures depending on the size of the store, but just the general overall store picture. The entrance and exit. We need pictures of the entrance and exit, as well as the measurements of the entrance and exit as well. We have another example of the entrance and exit. Now this entrance and exit is also a hallway, but we still need to just get the dimension of the actual lower part of the entrance itself. When we gather information about the ceiling, we must also look out for there may be another ceiling behind the actual ceiling. And if that is the case, we do need to take a picture that portrays the difference in height and also get the measurement of the actual height themselves. Any obstructions in the ceiling. So since these cameras are mostly installed in the ceiling, gathering information and pictures of any obstructions that may be in the ceiling is going to be 100% necessary. In this picture, we can see the HVAC pipes, some other piping, electrical wiring, and some light lamps. More obstructions examples. We have a soffit, which is a kind of a secondary kind of ceiling, the exit sign, as well as already pre-existing cameras. In places like this, we also need to realize that these lights can be obstructions as well, so taking those general pictures of the ceilings are going to be helpful. Another example of the lights and the soffits. Another example of the soffit, but there's also what looks like to be a CCTV and the CCTV output. These are all parts of the obstructions. When this soffit is as large as it is here, we need to take the dimensions of the soffit itself. So the distance from the actual floor to the soffit, the distance from the floor to the actual real drop ceiling, as well as maybe the width of the actual soffit itself. More obstructions that might be a little bit smaller, pre-existing cameras, some TV mounts. We have these drop ceiling HVAC vents, as well as the drop ceiling lights, wireless access points as well, and some cablings. And here we do see a sprinkler system as well. When we get to the actual store floor, we want to get pictures of the aisles and the actual shelvings. This is an example of a bad picture because it's also kind of angled and it cuts off part of the bottom, so it's not really a full picture of the shelving unit. These pictures are much better. We can see the actual full shelving unit. The one on the left is a bit of a larger shelving unit, so gathering multiple pictures of the shelving unit is going to help. The picture on the right, there are no products on the shelving yet, but just from this picture, we can assume how the products will be displayed. Fridge pictures we're going to need. This is a great fridge picture. We can see all the items clearly and the number of shelves as well. General fridge pictures, if there is a grouping of them, just to display how they are sitting. But you will need to get single shot pictures frontal facing from each of these fridges anyways. We have another example of a great frontal of a open door fridge. Another great example of a shelving area. We can see products on the top of the shelves, and from these cubicles, we can assume how the products will be placed. We will need, again, a general picture of the store floor. And you will need to provide us with a simple store layout. We may provide you with a layout or blueprint if we have access to one, but even from here, we can tell that the door dimensions are not there and the dimensions of the actual IT and slash backroom are not there. So getting those dimensions and recording that for us is going to be required. Just an example of a past technician drawing the actual store 2D and listing the dimensions. And on the top left, you can see that he actually drew the refrigerator and the 2 shelves in that area. Another example of a rough sketch done of the store marketplace. Just noting where the shelves are, the dimensions of the room, and where there may be fridges and other shelving areas.